in the woodline was a tall, slender, pitch black shadow. Today's episode of Nite Terrors comes to us from East Texas, circa 2015. Now, this viewer states that they went out to an area where they actively were researching Bigfoot. They decided to go out and do just a sit down and listen, mainly to see if any activity was going to happen at that time. Now, the Wednesday before, this person had noticed that a new structure was there that hadn't been before, and he figured maybe there was something in the area again. So he goes out there about 10 p.m., and obviously it was already dark. So he sat on the bed of his truck. It had a hard cover on it, so he was raised up pretty high. And he started to mess with his recorder. Now keep in mind, he's sitting right in the middle of a high voltage power line clearing. So off to his right, he sees what looks to be like two orbs of light, but they're fixed and rapidly flashing on and off. They were close to the size of a baseball each, and they always stayed side by side. To him, it's like they were silver in color, but darker in the center. In the clearing, they stayed about 4 foot off the ground, and after a little bit, they shot into the wood line and rose to about 6.5 to 7 foot off the ground by a tree. And then they just disappeared. He had a red light on at this time because he was messing with his recorder. But after that, he stayed dark the entire time until he left. So he didn't have any other lights on until he left. About 11 or 11:30, he was texting his research partner about the orbs, which had thrown off his night vision just a little bit. And he looked to the left, and about 40 yards away in the woodline was a tall, slender, pitch black shadow. It never made a noise or moved while he looked at it. And just to make sure if anything was going to happen, he went ahead and called his friend, just in case whatever it was going to do something. He wanted to make sure he had a witness. And in between him looking down to hit the call button and looking back up, it was gone. About 20 minutes after this encounter, he would look down the road and he saw a tall black shadow, and it looked like it was coming out of the wood line on the left side and then going back in. This went on for about 25 minutes until the landowner pulled up to talk for a little bit. Now, after the landowner left, the atmosphere changed in the area and all activity stopped. There have been 2 Sasquatch sighted in this area by 2 different people who were together when they saw them, but also the ghost lights and orbs have been reported here more than anything. So what do you think it was? Drop a comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That's all I have for you this week. Be safe, stay kind, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening to Nite Terrors. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and drop a comment below. And don't forget to click the link in the description to send in your encounter story to be featured on an episode of Nite Terrors. Also, you can see what else is going on in the Night Callers world. Thank you, everybody.